Hello. Hey guys, I just went live on Facebook, but I won't be able to upload it to YouTube. So I figured, okay, let me do a little separate thing for YouTube so that you all know what's going on with the channel and what's going on with us. I'm in a hospital, and my husband, he had a heart attack the other day. And which is, you know, the American scourge, I guess, of the food that we eat, and it's kind of crappy. So what happened is, well, this is the way it goes. He didn't feel well last week. I ignored it, and I said, oh, it's your ulcer or whatever. You know, he's been sick before, and I just put him to bed, gave him chicken soup and whatever. And then he was telling me he didn't feel well, and again, I just said, okay, you know, you're sick, I'll take care of you. Well, because I have a bum back and everybody knows it, I had a CAT scan and an MRI scheduled at our local little rinky-dink country hospital. So that day, which was Friday, which was exactly a week after he started feeling shitty, I said, well, I'm going to do this, you know, this thing, you know, CAT scan MRI. And he said, well, you better take me with you. And I'm like, what? I'm gonna sit down on this bed in the hallway here. So he says, you better take me with you. Like, okay, this time I'm listening, sweetheart, you know, this time I'm listening. So what happens, I drop him off at the emergency room, and I go in and have it was a while, you know, MRI, CAT scan, and I go back there, and they admitted him, and he had a fucking heart attack. And he had a 90% blocked in the front ventricle. You know, that's the American diet. And I thought I cooked well. I guess not. And, you know, he doesn't smoke cigarettes anymore. Quite a few years ago. He's not super overweight. He's very active. He just put floors in our whole house with his brother, even with a disability, because he had a motorcycle accident in July, and he can't lift his arm, but he can move his hands. So there's a lot of serious things going on, you know. So they couldn't do anything in that hospital because it was too rinky-dinky little, you know, and so they took him in an ambulance this time, no helicopter. They wouldn't let me drive him because they said, well, if you drive him, you know, there'll be liabilities if he drops dead. And we let him go with you. And I said, this guy is not dropping dead. I have stories I can tell you why I know he's not dropping dead, even with the blockage, but he's not. Anyway, so he went in ambulance because we're still fighting the helicopter company from the motorcycle accident when they flew him $60,000, $600 worth of a half-an-hour flight that they still want $30,300 from us. So, you know, screw that. So here's now a whole bunch of new stuff I'm going to have to deal with. But so he's still here. He was supposed to come home with me today, and I've been staying at this hotel that's near the hospital. You know, it's for the families. And I checked out today, and they're not letting him go because he's going to have a third stent put in because my husband's a type A angry dude. He just does get angry. And he's got another blockage, and they didn't fix it at the time because it wasn't blocked enough. But then this morning, he was so pissed off and so angry because he got no sleep, he aggravated himself into some kind of frickin' heart thing, and they're keeping him they're going to put that stent in that blockage. So I guess he'll be all good as new, right? So what does that have to do with a MacBook? It has a lot to do with a MacBook. For this channel and to do interviews, I bought a MacBook Pro. Spent a lot of money that I saved up for that thing. And here I am in my home office. You know, I'm going to do an interview with a woman named Nikitha Botham from Squamish, British Columbia. She's coming on because she is a renewable energy expert. She does works on solar matters, but she also lives off the grid and completely off the grid with her husband and kid. They call themselves Off the Grid with a Kid. Supposed to do that Friday night, and then Sunday I was going to have a really big surprise for everybody, and I nailed James Hodge, who is a comedian. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of him, but he is really funny. I wrote to him and he said, yeah. And what I was going to do was let him rip Scott Pruitt, Ryan Zinke, Trump, do his whole routine and bring some laughter to our channel, which deals with such serious stuff. I mean, what do we deal with? We deal with the Arctic. We deal with climate change. We deal with sea level rise. We deal with our Earth being decimated, you know? Isn't that what we deal with? So I thought, why not bring a treat to the channel and give you guys James Hodge? I also have Rob Cotton. I should have that stupid thing back by Friday. Oh, $450. Because I didn't know I didn't have the extended plan. I bought that thing after he had the accident. Life was kind of crazy. I ordered it online, and I guess I didn't get the extended warranty, so now they're going to charge me $450 to fix that fucking screen. And oh, I didn't even tell you what happened to it. See this? The little ear, here. The little earbud. See the little earbud? Okay. Well, when I closed the laptop last time, I didn't shut it. I didn't slam it, but the earbud was in it. So I discovered it the next day. I pull it out lightly, you know, I open it, close it, whatever. I turn it on, and there's nothing. Then there's just one line. I never drop the thing. It hardly ever even leaves my office. Sometimes I'll bring it onto the bed when I'm doing a marathon watching of television, like, you know, I DVR something or watch I mean Netflix, like I'll DVR a show like Mad Men or something and just binge watch something so that I don't have to think about everything that's really going on. Well, the screen was fucked. So I have to spend $450 I don't have, and I'm trying to save for our party, which I hope you all know about, and I'm inviting the whole world. We're having a party in August. My husband's alive, so, you know, it's gonna be even more significant because, you know, I'd like to call the party Bend Over and Kiss Your Ass Goodbye party, but I can't do that. He doesn't want me to do that. And Hambone Littletail is going to be here. And really, we were co-doing this party. We had started hatching this plan for this party. And my husband knows that he's coming, and he's going to stay in our camp, and I can't wait. So it's actually kind of like a Hambone and environment, you know, Humpty Dumpty Tribe and Environmental Coffee House party, and all of our friends everywhere, hopefully. And we're going to have we got 2 bands so far, and food, and I'm going to have tent, and we're going to have porta potties, or else I think him and his brother were going to build an outhouse. My plumber friend has a paintball court, and I thought, wow, Saturday afternoon would be great, and get the paintball court, and those that want to go over there can go have fun, you know, shooting each other with paint. And I'm thinking, well, maybe it's like a team building exercise like I used to do when I was an HR director. And so we got the paintball. It's going to be 3 days. I'm going to find all the B&Bs and all of everything, and even where you might be able to rent a trailer and a camp for the weekend, or camp out in my yard. It's going to be pretty cool. And I am expecting the world, and I don't care how many people come. I figure if I can't fit people on my property, that's pretty sad, you know, because I've got this whole beautiful area that's going to be set up in the back for the tents. And I think we're going to put up a couple of solar sun showers. I can't sit still. Solar sun showers, and it's going to be a great party. August 17th, 18th, and 19th. I will not be publishing my address online. Everyone that's going to RSVP me will get it privately, because I don't want to do anything like that online. You know, it's enough that I have enough problems with Facebook censoring me, and I really don't need to have any kind of off-hinge weirdo coming to my house, although I can take care of myself, trust me. Not a gun nut, but I've told you all before. I know how to shoot my shotgun, and I know how to protect myself from any kind of weirdo that comes over. Not that I want to live that way. I don't. But we live rurally, and that's the way it is. Who's with us? Hi, Random Variable. Hey. So nice to see some people really with me live, because I wouldn't have been able to put the Facebook one up here because I don't have my computer. And I don't even know which way I'm looking at you guys. So anyway, the future is this. Nikitha, we will do that interview with Nakia Botham from Squamish, British Columbia. If you want to find her video, it's Off the Grid with a Kid or Solar Matters. And then we're going to have James Hodge, a comedian. And then I've got Rob Cotton, who is a progressive political writer. He's coming up. I think we've got maybe 2 more candidates, and then I'm going to call Rutgers University. I'm looking for an interview with Dr. Francis. She is a climate scientist, and she did a video on climate state that I really liked the other day. I'd like to interview her. And that's about it. My husband's going to have the other stent tomorrow. He's going to be okay. And I can tell you a little secret. The guy hasn't lost it, okay? If you know what I mean, you know, he's like a high school kid in the hospital. And I'm not going to tell you. You can use your imaginations. If he didn't die doing that, then he's not going to die. So, I mean, oh my God, he'd probably kill me. Let me get that back in. Holy shit. He'd probably kill me if he knew, but he never watches the YouTube. He only watches the Facebook. So I won't tell you, but you know that if a guy can do that, then he's not going to drop dead from a heart attack. Oh, I know, TMI, TMI, TMI. So I guess for now, I can't sit still. I don't know. I haven't slept well either. It just hasn't been a fun time, but it is what it is. So thanks for coming. And okay, I've talked about everything pretty much. The big party, and you know, provided everything goes well by August. I know that I've been talking to Torstein about, you know, what's going to happen with the Arctic and the Blue Ocean event. It's scary as hell. But whoever can make it to Western New York, let's party like it's 1999. Let's party like we haven't, like we'll never party again. My house, on me. Okay? It's what I worked for. It's what I saved money for. That's what we want to do. All right? So look forward to some new interviews. Look forward to something different. They're going to ship that piece of shit back Friday. And I said, are you going to charge me for it? When I went to the Apple store, I didn't even tell you guys about this, really quick. So my husband has this heart attack, right? I know they're taking him by the ambulance. I had to go home and take care of the house and make sure the wood stove was stoked down and all would go out. I have cats, you know, I had to do all that stuff. So I said, well, I'm going to grab that. I grabbed the computer, and I knew that there was a Mac store not far from this hospital, so I went there yesterday. And I carried on and I cried. I said, you fuckers are going to charge me $450. My husband had a heart attack over that Mac. I literally did tell them that, because when he did find out about the Mac, what happened to it, and that it would cost me money, it pissed him off. I mean, and he, you know, he's one of those type A volatile people. You know, he gets mad at everything. And he shouldn't, but he's a lot of fun. So when you come, you'll know, you know, he's really a lot of fun. We've just been through a lot this year. And those people could not cut me any slack, even with my blubbering tears and my makeup falling down my face, and the fact that I told them it was their fault that my husband had a heart attack. I don't know if I scared the guy, whatever, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. What is he saying? Horses piddle in the background? That's the hospital. Okay, I don't know what you're saying, Robin, but Robin Dada was making a comment. Okay, guys, so peace, peace. Thanks for coming. Remember in August, the party, Humpty Dumpty Tribe, Environmental Coffee House, Western New York, August 17th through 19th. I'm telling the world, and I don't care, because I don't know how long the world has to go. I don't know how long I have to go. I mean, just going through this shit with my husband, you know, life is very precarious, and it can end tomorrow. It can end when I go home later. So let's hope it doesn't. Okay, guys. Peace. Love you. Thank you for coming. Bye. Okay, figure out how to do this thing now again. Wait a minute. Bye, guys. Wait. Okay.